What's up, guys? It's your girl, Xana.
And Dax, and you're listening to
Blowing a 4.0. Alright, well, welcome, guys. Welcome back to the podcast where we
don't give a shit, because we're blowing a 4.0.
There you go.
What's up, guys? Oh my god, I forgot I have to do the quote today.
It's funny, we were on the phone earlier today, and I said, don't forget your quote.
You know what?
I think I already have one. And I was like, okay, Gucci.
I am pretty sure I do. I just don't remember. Oh, no, moment. Okay, so I think this is the quote. Let me just read it really fast.
I think. You think it's the quote? I just want to say, whatever happened today before that we started this podcast is going to fit in perfectly with what today's podcast is about.
Oh, yes. So, okay, but this quote goes along with what we're talking about today, but it also kind of fits into what just happened. So
right,
I'm gonna,
let's
okay.
hear it.
Quote of the day. Your brain holds on so hard to what it's used to until it learns to let go of what's gone forever. It's just going to keep causing you unnecessary pain. Can you tell me where that's from, Anna?
No.
It's from Zach and Mia.
You know what? Now that you mentioned it, I was like, wow, that's definitely from Zach and Mia.
Yeah, Trevor says it whenever he's helping Mia with her physical therapy.
Oh,
Trevor
season
says it
2.
to her. Yeah.
Okay, I've watched season 2 once. I've watched season 1 multiple times. Season 2, though, it's a one-time thing.
I have watched it a few times.
Speaking of, we still need to finish watching it.
Yes, because we have a review on that, so. But yes, so once again, the quote is, your brain holds on so hard to what it's used to until it learns to let go of what's gone forever. It's going to keep causing you unnecessary pain. From Zach and Mia. Trevor says it.
It's a really good quote.
It really is. I was like, damn.
That's deep.
It is deep, but it also, like, if you think about it, like, we hold on to so much, and then we sit there and we're like, we're in so much pain and, like, all this stuff, and, like, it hurts to think about it. Well, then why don't you let it go? And then once we let it go, we're just, like, so free.
Mm-hmm.
So.
It's very, very true.
Yes, it is.
Because, like, I'm feeling it.
Oh, for sure. And this quote actually does resonate with this week. So, with this quote, oh my god. So, okay, pretty much a lot of stuff happened last week. That's why we didn't post.
Oh yeah, we need to take a mental break, like a mental health break.
Yes.
I don't understand mental health, but
apparently
we needed to take a mental health break. It was just way too much.
There was
at once that like we just couldn't.
Yeah, there was so much going on. There was not only the stuff with me, but the stuff with Anna, and then the stuff with my other friend, and then her family, and like it was just so much.
Yeah, it was a very draining week.
Yeah, and then to top it all off, freaking Texas had a winter storm.
Hey-o.
Yeah, and then I had to come back to from surprising my friend in the South to a busted water pipe. Yep, with my water running, don't know how long it was, and my entire bathroom flooded. It was grand.
Good times.
Yeah, which honestly we thought caused, because, okay, the beginning of this, we were trying to put up, or put on the podcast and everything, and we couldn't get my mic to work.
Oh, we spent like, what, almost 20 minutes trying to figure it out.
Yeah, like 20 to 30 minutes.
I literally could not hear her whatsoever. Like, her mic was so quiet, I couldn't hear you.
I could not figure it out. And I was like, this has never happened. Like, usually we have technical difficulties, but it's not this bad. It's usually just, like, one that I can fix, like, really fast because it's just not hooking up to the correct, like, USB. But this one was like, she was like, I can't hear you. And so
you're coming on the mic, but I can't hear you.
Yeah, it was like really, really low. So I guess my computer restarted. Oh, it did just do an update. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe it restarted all the levels. Anyways, but I thought it was because I was like, I swear if it's because of the water stuff, I'm going to be so pissed because we just got these microphones.
Yeah.
But yeah, so before we jump into our story, we have a few announcements. So we do know we didn't post at all, like on our YouTube channel, on our podcast channel, like anything last week. But we have
Drumroll, please.
We made a Patreon.
Woo!
Woo! So the links are going to be in the description. They're also going to be in the YouTube description. So just go ahead and go down below. For the Patreons, if you want to sign up, that would be amazing. Come and support the podcast. There's different tiers to it, but each one you still get a little goodie from us.
Ooh.
Yeah, so go check it out. Those are going to be new stories that we haven't told on here. They're going to be more in-depth. We get to do live Q&As with you, answer some
exclusive
juicy
content.
Yeah, exclusive, as
Very
in
exclusive.
Mom, don't let the kids listen to it. There's a lot of cussing. And
Basically.
other things that she probably doesn't even want to listen to as well.
So, there's your warning. Don't join the Patreon. And if you do, you want to join.
If you do, I'll just tell you which ones to listen to and which not.
Yeah.
But yeah, speaking of little gifts, do you want to say the next one?
Yes.
Do it.
We're not 100%, what am I trying to say? 100% like, have the idea down pat, but
Oh.
we're
still working on it.
We are going to be releasing our very own handmade wine glasses.
Yes.
With
and
our logo on it.
Yes, with our logo on it. And we're going to be giving them away. So we're going to do little Easter eggs in the upcoming podcasts. We're going to say, you know, if you've listened to this podcast all the way through, drop a so-and-so emoji or, like, tell us what we were talking about in, like, the YouTube or, like,
Or we can just throw out a word.
Or a word, whatever it is. We're going to drop a little Easter egg, and then whoever gets it, we're going to send you a wine glass for free.
Ooh.
From the Blowing a 4.0 podcast channel.
Yes.
So those are two exciting announcements
You're
to
forgetting
be ready
one,
for. Wait, what's the other one?
The other one is we now
3
times a week
That's right.
do a live podcast on the new app called Stereo by Apple.
Stereo by Apple.
So if you guys want some live podcasts, come check us out there. My username is Ann_Muffin25.
Mine is JAXX_005.
So give us a follow there, and we go live Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. That's the plan.
Yes, sometimes Sundays. I think we're doing
Sometimes Sundays.
We might be doing it this Sunday. I think Sunday's just like a special one that we came up with. Friday, tomorrow, because we're filming this on Thursday. Friday, we're gonna.
Yesterday for the podcast listeners. Because today's technically Saturday. They're listening.
I was saying we're filming this Thursday.
It is Thursday, but you said tomorrow, but this is going up on a Saturday.
Oh my god.
So technically.
Anyway. Those stereo ones are going to be, we're going to be asking each other a question.
A very deep question.
Deep
ones
question.
That make the grinds in your mind just turn.
The grinds in your mind just turn.
I can't.
The gears in your mind.
Oh my gosh, yeah. The gears, not the grind. It's because the gears grind. Oh my god, Anna, you're an idiot.
It's okay, we still love you.
On that note, guys, I'm going bye.
Thanks for listening, that's it. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
But yes, we are going to be asking very deep questions, getting into it very randomly and very involved. So,
because on stereo, you can, as a listener, you can actually send in voice notes.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. So if you are listening, send us in voice notes. If you have a question that you want us to answer then, or like a comment or whatever, we would love to hear it. Or if you have ideas or comments for the future stereo ones, since we're posting 3 times a week on stereo, let us know. And
We'll there's something like specific.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I said that really weird. Any specific, like,
questions,
ideas. My brain, like, today, or right now, is drawing, like, the biggest blanks. Like, I'll think of the word in my head, and then I'll start to speak, and then that word just disappears.
Oh, yeah.
Like, grinds instead of gears.
Yeah. I get it. That happens to me all the time.
So, guys, sorry.
But yeah, so those are our 3 surprises. Get ready. We're going full blown into this podcast. We love it. It's our baby.
I know. I love it.
Yep. So
it's caused some drama in my life, but I love it still.
Oh my god. If you want to hear about that drama, go on Patreon.
Yeah. I'd say definitely that. I feel like that's a Patreon.
Maybe
one day in the future on the actual podcast, like the Blown to 4.0 podcast, I will talk more in depth about it. As of right now, maybe after I'll throw some in there for today. But we're gonna listen to what Jax has to say, because she had. Let me tell you guys, she had a week.
Yeah. So grab your bubbly. Grab your cocktail, your beverage, whatever you are drinking, alcoholic or non-alcoholic, if you are under the age of 21 in the United States, under the age of 18 in other countries.
Or 19 in Canada.
Or 19 in Canada. Whatever age limit it is to drink in your hometown, grab it, get on the couch, go get cuddly, get comfortable, and here we go.
Let's get into it.
So, starting off, no names will be said in this.
No.
There will not be detailed information on that. That is because of legal issues. I just don't want to put them in there. They know who they are.
Yeah.
We know who they are, but y'all don't need to know who they are.
No.
So legality of it all. No names will be said.
Yeah, exactly. No names can be said, just for legal.
Where I had gone will not be said either. It will just be the South. I went to the South to surprise one of my best friends.
Which could be anyone, really, because you got a lot of best friends.
I do have a lot of best friends. A month ago, 2 months ago, something like that, planned to surprise her with her significant other. And we had it all mapped out, and I bought my tickets, and I flew in, and like all this such, and we surprised her.
Oh, sorry guys, I just hit my hand. Anyways, continue.
Anyways, so flew in, surprised her. It was grand. We went back to their house, and that is when the fun happened. So this was a Thursday late night that I flew in, and the drive back was kind of awkward. Wasn't expecting, a million people in the car. It's fine though. And then let's see. When I got there, I was planning on staying up and talking to her, but her significant other did not like that. So I didn't find this out until later, but she messaged me or she told me about it later, and she was like, yeah, he didn't like the fact that we wanted to stay up and talk without him.
You know, in a normal world, though,
that's
what women do.
I know. Oh my god. So
sorry to point it out to you, bud.
Yeah, so she acted like she was, tired, and I actually was tired because I had work that morning and I got on a really late flight. So we just all went to bed. The next morning, he went to work and we stayed at the house, which I thought was pretty odd. She does have pretty much 2 children. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Understatement of the year.
So she and I spent the whole day there, and we were playing with the kiddos and just having fun. And so I asked her, well, why don't we go out and do something? And she was very hesitant. And like all day he was calling her, being like, what are you doing? What are y'all doing? What are you doing? Like,
God forbid you want to go do something.
Right?
You fly in somewhere, and God forbid you don't want to stay in a house.
Exactly.
How dare you not want to stay in a house?
How dare you?
How dare you? You are a horrible person.
I know. We're getting to that point. Yeah. So, anyways, I'm trying not to, I'm thinking about it so hard because I don't want to, spit out names or whatever.
Yeah, I know. I think that's the hardest part.
Yeah, it is. So, anyways, I pretty much spent the whole day editing, and, my computer was crashing, and, it was just doing all sorts of things. It took me all day just to edit our last podcast, the Fake Friends one. So I was just like, whatever. It is what it is. Maybe once he gets home, we can, all go out and have fun and, do all that such, right? Well, their child is not very polite or respectful of anyone. It is his way or the highway. And that pisses me off. Because the child does not listen to his parents whatsoever. And that just irritates me because, being around kids all the time, raising 5 of them, you have to have boundaries. And if you're a mom listening to this or a dad listening to this and you want to come at me, that's fine. Y'all all have your own ways of, raising kids. But when your child literally has no respect for anyone, doesn't care what you say or do, is a menace, tries to threaten to kill you with knives. Yeah, there's an issue.
Just a little one.
Just a little bit. Either that child is a serial killer, just a minor tweak. That child is either a serial killer, or you just don't give him enough attention and proper framing for his, I don't know, his freaking humanity. So Friday was pretty much, I hate to say this, but it was pretty much babysitting him, or babysitting the child. So that was fun. And once you got to teach him things and be no, that's not what you're supposed to do, put the bricks up, clean up after yourself, let's not scream, there's no need to do that. He was fine. I keep saying he. Fuck it. The child was fine.
There's only two genders in the world.
That's true. So you can narrow it down.
So either he or a she. He's still
it. Well, the other one's a she, so.
Anyways, get back to your story.
Anyways, so Friday came, the father came home, And he was like, what do y'all want to do? Let's go out. And my friend said that they would like to go blacklight bowling. And I was like, yeah, that sounds like so much fun. Let's go.
I'm super jealous of you guys, by the way.
Why?
Super. Well, because Toronto's still in a lockdown, which means bowling, not really a thing we can do. Not really much we can do.
Okay.
We can't even go shopping.
The place I went to literally was like COVID city.
Oh,
because
gross.
no one gave a crap. No one wore masks. No one implemented it.
Because everyone's sick of it.
Yes, but this was like, people were still sick and going out.
Honestly, it's a free-for-all now.
Yeah, it really is. Like,
just go out and live your life at this point.
Hide your
Who
wives.
cares about COVID? Honestly. Honestly. But anyways,
Honestly.
Yeah, so you guys went blacklight bowling.
So we went blacklight bowling. Got to the bowling place. They told us that they don't do blacklight bowling anymore because of COVID. So we just went regular bowling. It was an hour wait.
What's the difference though in blacklight bowling and regular bowling? What does COVID have to do with blacklight?
Well,
you can see more germs?
I honestly have no idea. But he said it was because they get so busy during blacklight bowling that they can't name it anymore. So they just don't do the blacklight bowling.
Huh.
I don't know. So I was just like, it's literally you just put black lights on, but okay. Sure.
Yeah, just flip a switch, bro.
I know. I just look. That's it. Look. So yes. Anyways, so the wait time was like 45 minutes. We played with the arcade and like did all that, and then we went bowling. You know, I was trying to just like
Dude, our podcast is such a mess today. Just our lives. Oh my gosh.
I forgot that was there.
Oh, alright.
Oh my god. Anyways. So we played arcades and did all that such, and then we went bowling, and I was just trying to like talk to everyone and like incorporate them and like, you know, try to like get to know the father and everything, because, you know, that's one of my best friends and like he doesn't really talk to us, so trying to like get to know the dude and be friendly and like respectful and everything. He did not talk. Did I mention dinner? Did not talk. It was so fucking awkward.
Did I mention the whole weekend? Did not.
Oh, no, he talked. So, anyways.
Yeah, but not to you. About you?
Oh my goodness. Let's just, we're getting there. So anyways, the whole weekend was pretty much like that. Like, we would, do anything and everything for their children. And if the child got mad, okay, well then let's go here and buy you a toy to shut you up. It was very much a up or ass the entire time. What are y'all doing? Why are y'all together? Oh, y'all posted pictures together? Oh, it looks like y'all are actually together. People are going to think y'all are like a lesbian couple or whatever.
You look at my Instagram.
I know, right? Take a look at mine.
Like full-blown lesbian then.
Oh yeah, for sure. I have so many wives and girlfriends, it's not even funny. Because, you know, all my best friends apparently I'm sleeping with.
Jax.
Oh, where to go? Just gotta wipe them up. So that was pretty much the whole weekend. And Saturday rolled around and I was just like done. I just wanted to go home. I remember texting Anna and I like almost started crying because I was just so frustrated with everything. Because in my head, Friday night, I was told, what do you want to do in the city? Right? And so we picked a few things and I was like, oh, let's go here, here, and here. And they're like, okay, well, come the next morning. We didn't even leave the hometown.
Jesus.
And I was like, wait, aren't we supposed to go to such and such place? And they were like, well, our child doesn't like act well over there.
Well, see, this is what happens. The father stays home with the child, and the mom and the friend who flew in, may I add, go do their own little thing. You know, you guys don't have to be attached at the hip. That's not what a marriage is.
Apparently, if we didn't add him into the conversation when we were sitting at the dinner table, not even 10 feet away from him on the couch while he was scrolling through his phone, we were being too lesbian.
Oh, sorry. So you guys...
Talking and conversing.
Trying to have a conversation. Wow, let's mention this. While trying to maybe possibly have a conversation with him and he doesn't answer... So you guys have a conversation alone, he's going to be upset because you guys didn't invite him into the combo.
Correct.
Grow up. Grow some balls, man. Be a man. Jesus.
Yeah, this weekend, or this weekend.
It's not how the world works.
The last weekend was just freaking insane. I was just sitting there like, is this seriously how... Like, it just wasn't mentally computing in my head.
My thing is, like, how is she, like, honestly... She's, like, super strong. Not strong-willed. Like, she has to be super strong. I would probably murder my husband if he acted like that.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I would be in jail right now.
Yeah.
For first-degree murder.
Dude, my kid, too.
Yeah. I know my kid would never act like that.
Oh, yeah, no.
Not a chance.
If my child acted like that, I'd be like, I am doing something totally messed up. And no, we're gonna, like... Put the hammer down right now. We're done.
I'm a very stubborn person, okay?
Yes.
Very stubborn. And it's going to show into my parenting.
For sure. But, like, that's how the whole weekend was. And then Sunday morning, when I was going to fly out, right? I was like, I want to get to the airport early because, honestly, I just did not want to deal with them anymore. And my flight was, I think my flight was at, like, 3 p.m. or something like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't care. I will stay in the airport all fucking day long. Like, I have shit to do anyway. So I'd rather just get out of this house and get away from all y'all. Y'all are, like, messing up my vibe and my auras. Like, no.
My chakras need to be realigned.
Oh, they definitely do. Oh my god, I'm gonna knock this thing over again. Okay. So...
Just yeet it.
I know. For those of the ones that are not what am I saying? Not watching the video, I almost knocked my moon over again.
Knocked a moon.
Knocked a moon. So, anyways, Sunday comes and it's like 9 a.m. and my friend walks out and she's like, hey, so we're going to be going into the city by ourselves. And I was like, wait, no entourage? And she was like, don't say anything. And I was like, okay. And so respectfully I said, bye, you know, nice to meet you. Like, it was fun, you know, all the bullshit you say before you leave, right? And I kid you not, we got out of there and it was like there was so much weight that just dropped off of me. So yes, it is the energy in that house and like what they bring. But... So, you know, we all started talking about it and, like, we were just, like, venting to each other and all that stuff. And then I asked her if we could stop by her father's place because I hadn't seen him in a while and I wanted to say hi to the family. And since we didn't get to do that during the weekend, and as soon as we get to his house, Texas is in a winter storm. All flights are canceled. It's like... Fuck my life.
Dude, when you texted me that, I was like, no. Because I know how much you were, like, waiting to go home.
Wanting to go home. I almost rented a rental car on Saturday night and drove my ass to Texas.
Yeah. Dude, honestly, the worst feeling is having your flight canceled. It happened to me when I was in Europe with Eva.
Yeah.
And our flight got canceled, and we had to stay an extra day. An extra day, not even an extra week. Just a day, and I was already like, I was hyperventilating. I had a panic attack. My sister had to deal with everything.
Yeah.
It was bad. But anyways.
Yeah, no. I only was freaking out because I refused to go back to the house.
Well, yeah, for sure. I don't blame you. First of all, he wasn't very welcoming.
No.
And, you know, it's your vacation as well. Like, you want to, I mean, it is your vacation, not as well. It is your vacation. So, I mean, I really don't blame you not wanting to be around no offense, but, like, kind of a bratty kid.
Yeah. No, I mean, they know he's bratty, too.
Okay.
Like,
I didn't want anyone being hurt by the words that I say in this podcast again. So.
No, these words have been expressed to them.
Okay.
So, that's why I'm like, if you want to get mad over it again, you've got my number. I don't care.
Call me. Text me.
Like, please, I dare him. Let's not start that.
But anyways, yeah, so your flight got canceled, okay.
So, flight got canceled. We ended up figuring it out. I was freaking out because I was like, okay, you know, the next day we don't actually have work because it's a holiday, which is fine. I can figure it out then. I still texted my boss, told her about everything that was going on. No reply. No fucking reply.
Of course, why would they?
You know, why would they even do that? So, we were telling your dad, that I didn't want to go back. And he was like, okay. So he was super sweet, and that reminds me, I need to do something. So he was super sweet. And
that reminds me, I gotta do something.
I do. I didn't know if I wanted to say it on here or not. But he booked me a hotel, and he used his points and everything, and it was close to the airport. And then I rebooked my flight. They didn't have anything earlier than Tuesday. So that's what I did. And so I was like, you know what? Since we're already in the city and my flight got canceled, let's go explore it.
Let's.
And she was like, yes, I'm down. I was like, even if it's just for a few hours, drop me off at the hotel, and then, you know, we go our separate ways. I get on the airplane on Tuesday, and then, you know, it's done. What's done is done. I was like, it's fine. I can, like, film videos on Monday and, like, all that stuff, and, you know, have the whole day, like, to myself to, like, recuperate and everything before I get on my flight back home. I was like, it'll all be fine. It was not all fun.
This is where shit hit the fan.
Dude, I cannot tell you just how psychotic it was. We literally, I was like, I'm starving. So we went to go eat, and we were in the line, and the line was really, really long because it's a very popular place there. And we were in the line, and she finally told him, hey, Jackie's flight got canceled. Like, we just figured it out. We are going to explore the city, and then I will be home by such and such time. Okay?
Yeah, seems a pretty reasonable thing, you know. She's able, you know, allowed to have her own personal life, but...
Yeah. No, Jackie planned this. Jackie planned to have her flight canceled. You need to get home right now. If you don't get home right now, you're not coming home ever again.
Dude, you have you got like ties with Mother Nature?
Yeah, I'm fucking super powerful.
Don't mess with her.
Don't mess with me, honey. I will make
like,
your earth quake.
She's like, I didn't get to spend time with her? That's fine. Let me just hit up my woman, Mother Nature, and be like, yo, bish.
I need a storm.
Texas, so my flight gets canceled. Thanks. I'll get you next time.
I'll get you next time. Yeah, so that happened, and she was like, do not, like, they started arguing pretty much, and he started blaming me, and, like, doing all this shit, and she was like, if you're going to start an argument, what did she say? I heard her, like, off to the side while I was ordering and, like, dealing with all that stuff, because he finally, like, called her. And
sorry, I don't want to yawn. I don't want to yawn in the mic.
And she was saying how Jackie flew in to surprise me. I spent nothing but all weekend with you up my ass and with, you know, her child, and you didn't offer anything but the 2 hours prior to her plane taking off for me to spend time with her. Like, this is my best friend. Pretty much to go suck a dick until like 6:30, and they'll talk about it whenever she gets home. Like normal people, right?
Yeah.
Okay. No. He wanted to fucking drag it out, and then he was sitting there pretty much trying to manipulate her to come back home right now. He was telling her to leave me there without a car or anything and just split. And, like, she couldn't talk to me ever again. And, like, all this bullshit, pretty much. And as the day kept going and going, they just kept arguing and arguing and arguing. And I was like, oh my fucking God. Like, literally, it's like 4 hours. Can you please, like...
Yeah.
Just get a fucking hold of yourself.
No. Why would
Like, it is so psychotic. I have never seen any one of my parents in their, you know, like, my father's pretty fucking manipulative. Any one of my parents do that. Like, I just don't understand it.
Yeah. Dude, honestly, you were
horrendous.
You were telling me about it, and I was like, I'm ready to get on a plane right now and beat the shit out of this guy.
Right?
Like, I will throw fists with you.
Thank you. I literally was so livid by the end of the night. Okay, so they kept arguing throughout the day. He kept blaming me. He kept saying that I was her, like, secret lover and, like, all this bullshit. Like, I didn't know I was lesbian. Thank you for telling me my own, sexuality.
Yeah.
So we finally were at the hotel, and they didn't have a room for another, like, 2 hours. So she was like, I'll be home at this time. And she was like, if you text me again, I will not be home. Do not bother me. I'm trying to spend time with my best friend. Like, literally fuck off. Not literally fuck off, but, like, can you please take a chill pill? He told her that she needed to come home and feed them. And I was like, bitch, you can't fucking get off the couch and go do your own shit? You can't get your own...
Do you have a kitchen in your house? It's not locked.
He told her that... I know, right? He told her that, no, you need to come home and go grocery shopping.
Oh, you know,
like, you go do that.
Take your son with you, okay?
And
take
go
him,
do the grocery shopping.
Get in a car and go to the grocery store and buy groceries. Exactly. Guess what? That's what adulting is.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what being a father and a husband is.
Exactly. It is a two-way street. It is not a, I make the money, so you have to do everything.
Honestly, like, kudos to her for putting up with this shit for as long as she has, because I would literally lose my shit already.
Oh, yeah. I would have been gone the first fucking day. Honestly, though,
I don't even think I would marry the guy.
No.
White flags. And not white flags, red flags. Just going ding, 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 ding.
All over the place. It is horrendous. Like, we finally got to the hotel and got checked in and, like, did all that stuff, and she was debating going back. She was like, I really don't want to deal with it. Like, he's, like, at the point where it's really scary for her to go back to the house. She was like, I don't know what he's going to do. I don't know how this is going to end. Like, all this stuff. So I told her, and listen to me, honey. I told her, if she wants to stay, I have an extra bed. Nowhere in there does it state, I have one bed. Come share it with me and let me F you.
Dude, an extra bed.
An extra bed
means.
if she decided to stay on her own. Yeah. So with that being said, she decided to stay. She was already drinking, so I mean, I didn't want her to drive anyways.
Yeah. No, definitely in the state that I saw her in, not a good idea.
No.
Also, guys, remember, this is all happening on Valentine's Day, okay?
Oh, yeah. This was Valentine's Day. So she pretty much calls off everything. She says she wants a divorce. She doesn't want to be with him anymore.
Yes, honey.
Like, apparently she was going to say this whenever she got back from dropping me off from the airport. But
that didn't happen.
Yeah. She was going to give him ultimatums. She didn't this time. She said F you. And then that is when we started blocking him.
Yeah, I know. You're like, you guys call me, you're like, you have to block him on this and this.
Because this is how psychotic he is. He has his phone plan set up to where he can look at every single thing she has on her phone. Anything she researches, anything she texts, any pictures that she takes, anything.
That's
and
psychotic.
He can delete it. He can see when she looked up this stuff, when she called people, how long they talked for, everything.
Dude.
It was crazy. And I was like, no, we're not doing this. You come and try to stalk my shit, we're done for. I will come after you. So that's why, if you want to know, sweetheart. Huh?
I said, I can't believe people like this actually exist.
I can't either. Like, I just don't. What is the gratification that you're going to use? Oh, I saw you call Jackie for 3 hours. Yeah, we were talking about TikTok. No, y'all were talking about something else. Oh, all of the photos you post, it really makes it look like y'all are together.
Then let people think that.
I know. Who gives a crap what people think about it?
Literally.
Like, I really want to know how, like, low his self-esteem is.
Very low.
In order
really.
to think his wife is doing this.
Very low.
You should have heard the jokes he was saying the entire time. Like, she does have a crush on a celebrity. We all have crushes on celebrities. We all think we're gonna marry, like, Harry Styles and fucking
Ian Lolly.
Ken Lolly and, like,
sorry,
all
I
this
got a
stuff,
tickle
right?
on my throat there. Whoa.
So, like, all the celebrities we look up to, we, like, fantasize about,
Oh,
right?
100%. That's human nature, though.
Exactly. So he made a joke about it last weekend, saying that her favorite actor is, like, her bae and, like, all that stuff, right?
God, I hate that word bae.
I went along with it. I was like, oh yeah, that's actually really true. It's so funny, blah, blah, blah. And, like, we started talking about it. Did not know he was not serious about this and that he was straight up jealous that she liked a movie character.
Wow.
I was like, it's a fictional person.
I once was in love. Once.
With a stripper?
That's a different time. I once was in love with Edward Cullen.
Yeah.
And let me tell you guys, nothing came from that. Absolutely nothing.
Nope. Nothing happened. I was in love with Jacob.
Yes, Jacob Black. Bro, he was hot, though.
Hell yes. Rip off that shirt for me.
Oof.
Oof.
Yes.
Yes. But see, I'm not with him. Oh my god. It's weird how that shit works.
How dare you?
How dare I?
How dare you not be with him? How dare you have a crush on him? How dare you think you're gonna marry him? And how dare you guys not be together?
Oh my god. How dare I?
The audacity of the both of you guys. You know, there's only like
my god,
billions of people in the world, and
I know
you want that one guy. You know how many other people want that one guy? Millions.
About half the world.
Yeah. So, sweetheart, sorry to break it to you. She's not gonna, you know, she could talk about the guys that she has a crush on, you know, celebs.
But she's married. Oh shit! What the fuck?
Someone's drunk.
Yeah, just a little bit.
But no. The thing is, though, this is what bothers me. Okay, you're married. Okay, you say your vows. You say I do. You want to spend the rest of your life with this person. Otherwise, you wouldn't say yes to an engagement. You wouldn't say yes to the marriage. None of that, right?
Ooh, tea. Patreon tea. Patreon tea, if you want to know about that situation.
Oh, yeah. Are we talking, like... Okay.
Marriage?
Yeah. But anyways, so what I was trying to say is, if you say yes, okay, you are saying yes forever. At least in my books, that's how that works. Like, if I'm marrying you, I'm sorry, but there's no divorce in the future. No. Absolutely nothing. We are working through everything.
Exactly.
Because that is the point of a marriage.
Exactly.
So if I have a crush on the celebrity, God forbid, I still said yes to you to spend the rest of my life with you, so I'm not going to go and be like, you know what, if there's a chance, very freaking slim chance, of me ever meeting this person, I'm going to leave you for them. Because they're going to have an instant connection with me as soon as we lock eyes.
Oh yeah, for sure. They're going to know every single, like, story I played in my head.
That girl, she's married, but I want her. Guess what?
Yeah,
she's gonna. They're gonna
be so disrespectful. Yeah, they're gonna be that cocky.
Like
no, because as soon as they're that cocky and they open up their mouth and they're like, "Oh, I know you're married, but like, let's go do this," you're gonna be like,
I'm married.
Bitch, back up." Like,
listen,
no.
We all want something we can't have. That's just how life works.
And then we have it and we don't want it anymore.
Exactly, because it's not as fun.
It's just not as fun. But that's the point. Is like he went so.
He's just probably really insecure, like very insecure.
Well, that's not it. Like that's not even half of what happened.
I just want to say though, he does look like a serial killer.
He really does.
Okay, go ahead.
Unfortunately, unfortunately, he does. And so once Sunday passed and everything, and Monday came around, we were trying to figure out like she was trying to figure out, like, getting lawyers and, like, getting a new bank account and, like, all the stuff you have to do during a divorce, right? Well, he was throwing in her face, like, every single 2 seconds. If she did not freaking answer him, he was like, hello, are you answering me? I already have a lawyer. I already have this. I already got that. I've got your child. You're not going to get him back, blah, blah, blah.
Dude, it sounds like a high school argument with your high school boyfriend.
It really does.
But there's a kid involved.
He would say, do you want your child? And she would say, yes. And he would be like, okay, then you need to do XYZ for me. She wouldn't answer. Hello? You're not answering? Okay, cool. You won't get your child now.
That sounds like the mafia.
Like, the fuck?
Do you want this loved one to survive? Then get
no, you're not answering.
$10,000 if I don't have it by sundown tonight.
Jesus, it was all over the fucking place. And my name got brought up so many times that I literally was like, please put my name in your mouth one more time.
Yeah.
Do it one more time in front of me and I will go, you want to see Psycho Crazy? I will go Psycho Crazy on your ass.
You haven't seen it.
You really have not. And, like, I understand I'm a girl and I'm not, like, completely buff or whatever, but I have been in fights with my parents or, like, schoolmates and completely blacked out. And, like, my best friends will have to tell me what happened. And I'm just like, how the hell am I capable of that shit?
Something just takes over you.
It really does.
That inner warrior comes out, you know?
It really does.
Or maybe it's just Mother Nature. She's like, I'm stepping in, bitch.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. She's like, you want to start a war? I got you.
Jackie, step back.
So, I know. She's like, let me replace you. But yeah, it was just psychotic. He was like, I don't like your best friend anymore because she blocked me on social media. And I was like, boo fucking who? You're crazy. I'm gonna block you. She is my best friend. She takes priority over you. And then he was saying how I couldn't help her, like, get the stuff out of the house. And he didn't want me on his property. And that if I was on his property, which, granted, it is both their properties because they are married. Let us get this through your fucking head.
Didn't know that's how marriage worked.
I know.
But
I just didn't know. And whenever you divorce someone in a marriage, you get 50% of everything. Everything.
Yeah.
Debt, any assets, anything. She can freaking sell half the house and be perfectly fine.
That's how the cookie crumbles.
Exactly. And he's not getting it through his thick fucking skull. That is how it crumbles.
Well,
so we dealt with this all weekend. We had to get the cops involved. We had to, like, it was just a complete mess. So on top of all of this shit that is going on, my plane gets canceled 4 times. I am stressing over the fact that I have work and I don't have my work laptop and I can't work from, like, home because I have, like, my hotel, I have to get out of here by Tuesday. Thank Godson that her family, like, offered to take me in until I could get home.
You're like a little stray puppy.
I know. They were so freaking sweet. And I wish I could tell their names on here. Later you will learn their names. One of them is actually now our manager.
Heyo!
It was this week, this 10 days from hell was a blessing in disguise.
Yeah.
Because not only were we dealing with the fact of, like, the divorce and, like, all of that and, like, her situation, trying to figure out that stuff, and me trying to, like, communicate to my managers about, like, what was going on, trying to book flights, like, all this shit. Not only that, but I met, like, some of the sweetest, most kind-hearted, like, hard-working, like, lovable people in the entire world.
Yeah. They obviously do sound like some pretty amazing people.
They do. And they even invited me back because they were like, do not judge our state and our city on what is going on in your life right now. Because I didn't get to enjoy anything.
Yeah, I know. That's the worst part of it all.
Yeah. Like, I did like the fact that whenever I started staying with them, like, they had a home gym. They were on, like, 14 acres. Like, I went out and take a bunch of photos and, like, got my mind off of everything. Their house is haunted. Okay, not haunted, but there's a spirit in there. It's not like crazy haunted, like it's gonna like kill you or whatever. But they have a home gym, and like I worked out and like did all that, so I kind of had my routine. But at the same time, it's still not my house.
Yeah, it's not your own space, right?
Yeah, it's not my own space.
Yeah.
So I was very fortunate and very lucky to have them come into my life and like open up their home to me, because they both just got back from vacation as well, and like a business trip. So to come home to all of that,
oh my God,
and a new person sitting in your kitchen, it's kind of like, okay, well, we're doing this.
You gotta roll with the punches, you know?
You really do. But yeah, they were super sweet, and we got a manager out of it. And
which is funny because before we started the podcast,
Mm-hmm.
a couple of weeks before we started the podcast, we were looking into finding a manager. We're like, we should either find a manager or we should find an agent or somebody. And you get the week from hell, and out of that comes a manager.
Yeah, and he is super, I don't want to say thoughtful, but like, he thinks of the shit that we don't.
Yeah.
And like this whole Patreon thing, he told us about it, and I was like, why didn't we think of that? Like, we have seen so many YouTubers do Patreon and like OnlyFans and all that stuff, but OnlyFans is pretty much like a sex place now, so let's not go there. But we were like, oh, we should do a Patreon, and he was like, you should also do little Easter eggs and like do all this, and like, I was just like, dang, why didn't we think of this stuff?
Yeah.
So he's very, very much manager material, but
can't wait to meet him one day.
I know. Whenever the borders freaking open up.
Oh my God.
Until then, I'll be going to visit. Yeah, that's the right word. I'll be going to visit him, and you will be on FaceTime.
Great. How I've been living my life for the last year.
Oh my God. You would think with how much we're on, like, our freaking phones and technology now, we would know how to work this damn podcast sometimes.
No. This is new territory.
It's still new to us. Yeah. But yes, the 10 days of hell also, I didn't have to deal with the fact that I was going to be directly in the winter storm, because I kept getting emails stating that my apartment's electricity was down, that we had an electricity line down outside, like it was completely broken, our internet was out, our power was out, our water was out, for like the 6 days that the storm happened.
You could have felt like you were Canadian, though, if you did stay. You missed out.
Okay.
I'm kidding, it snows in a lot of places in the world.
I was about to say, it didn't just snow here, it iced. So, like, there was no driving, there was no nothing, there was no work, anything. Like,
honestly, I wish.
Yeah, we had 10 inches of ice.
That's rough.
And then one day it, like, melted, and then the next night it, like, refroze. And then the next day it was fucking 70 degrees. Just gotta love Texas.
Yeah. Although, you know what, though? The weather here in Toronto has been pretty much, I mean, I wouldn't say 70 degrees, but, like, we've hit, like, we've hit single-digit, like, negative numbers in the last couple days.
That's good.
Like, 2 days ago, I was walking home, and, like, typically when I walk home from work, I have a sweater on from work, I have my winter coat on, I have a scarf on, like, a really big one, and,
she literally looks like, I don't know if y'all have seen the new Grinch, whenever Cindy Lou Who walks downstairs and she's all like a freaking marshmallow.
Yeah, somewhere along those lines. But I was wearing the whole gear, and I was walking home and I was sweating. I was like, I regret it. I shouldn't have put on my scarf. I should have not put my sweater on. Like, I should have just left it in my backpack and just trekked home. It was hot. Yeah. But like a couple of days before that, we had like a massive snowstorm for 2 days in a row. We got like 45 inches of snow, and then it decided to rain, and it just melted all the way.
And you freaking shoveled it, too.
I know. I was outside at like 6 a.m. shoveling the snow at work, to turn around just to see that all the snow had it already piled up again because it was snowing pretty bad. And then 3 hours later, it started to snow, or to rain, and it all disappeared. And I was like, great! I love it.
I did this all for nothing!
Now what?
Oh my god. Yeah, no, there was blessings in disguise, but I can tell you when I got home, I think I was so mentally checked out from everything. I literally had no interest in anything.
I know.
I didn't have any interest in work. I didn't have any interest in doing my laundry or cleaning or even dealing with, like, my freaking water pipe. Because as soon as I landed, I came home, right? And I just hear the water, like, I walk in and my entire apartment smells like mold. And I'm like, shit. I was like, okay, maybe, you know, like, let's not freak out. Maybe it's the fact that, like, the AC and the heater haven't been on, like, all that stuff. Maybe it's just, like, the apartment. Walk through, check everything, go into my bathroom. My bathtub is running. And I'm like,
where is it running to?
I have no fucking idea. Antarctica? Who knows?
I love that you play along with it.
But I couldn't turn the knobs off. The water kept on running. It wasn't just like a drip, you know, because if it was to where I could turn it to where it was just dripping, would have been completely fine with that.
I feel like the drip would drive me nuts, though.
Well, if I close both the doors, I can't hear it.
Fair.
So it wouldn't really drive me that crazy. But I think on top of everything else that I just came back from, to deal with the fact that my bathroom was flooded, my water wouldn't turn off, it was almost midnight, the apartment complex emergency number, they were complete assholes. She was like, can't you just turn off your water? And I was like, I don't know how to do that, or else I would have, okay? I know y'all are sleeping, but I cannot turn off my water. Please have someone come and look at it. He came, took him a freaking hour to find out that he doesn't have some key part that you're supposed to have, and I had to let it run all weekend. And I was like, okay, well, that's going to jack up my water bill, and I'm the one paying for that. And he was like, no, we'll talk to the apartment. Couldn't talk to the apartment, haven't been able to talk to the apartment, don't know what the hell my water bill is going to look like, and don't know what they're going to do about it either.
Well, they better do something about it, because it's not like that was completely out of your hands. Like, there's nothing you could have done.
Apparently, it wasn't only me. It was everyone in the apartment. So I have no idea what they're going to do, because if they have to pay everyone's water bill, they're going to lose money.
Shit happens.
I really don't know what they're going to do. I don't know. I really don't know what they're going to do. I'm hoping that they don't be assholes about everything and they actually, like, fix the issue.
Yeah.
But that is what I had to come back to. And then on top of that, I was like, shit, I only have Sunday to, like, figure everything out. And I was just so checked out that I didn't even want to, like, do my puzzle. I didn't want to talk to anyone. I didn't want to see anyone. Like, I was just like, no, just leave me alone.
Listen, she was so checked out and so tired. Okay? She calls me the night she called me the night she flew in, okay? Because she texted me, and she was like, great, so my water in my tub is leaking, and blah, blah, blah. I was like, no way. So she's like, yo, I'm calling you. So she calls me. And she's telling me about, okay, some situations happen on the plane.
Where the pilot stressed me the hell out?
Yeah. You
Nice.
might want to say that part, and then I'll say my side of the story.
So, the pilot, before we took off from where I was at in the South, he was saying something about how the auxiliary, he was like, I know the auxiliary isn't working, so we're going to have a truck come up and start the engine up, and then before we take off from the, like, whatever landing strip he was talking about, we're gonna have him come out and start the other one. And I was like, holy shit, it's going to, like, completely cut out in the middle of the sky. We're going to die today. This is grand. It is a grand adventure. We are probably going to have to, like, put our vests on and, like, those little things you put on your mouth to, like, breathe. Like, I'm gonna have a panic attack. And everyone in the airplane, I'm sitting here freaking out in my head, and I'm, like, holding onto the rails, and I'm like, Do I want to get off this plane right now? Oh my God, what if it like goes over a body of water and we literally drowned because, you know, the auxiliary ports aren't working?
All right. So
how he explained it freaked me out.
She was freaking out. Okay, she was freaking out about this auxiliary port not working, and I was like,
the flight was fine. It was perfectly fine.
I mean, you are with us now.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I mean, it's okay, Jax. Like, they just needed to fix the aux cord so that the engines can listen to music while they're working. And she's like, oh, is that so? And I was like, no, go to sleep. That's not a thing.
Oh my God.
It was like 1 a.m. when we had this conversation. I was dying of laughter. I was like, I can't wake anyone up because everyone is sleeping. But
she was
just
like,
go to sleep.
She was like, did you just hear me? Were you listening? And I was like, yeah, I was listening. The engines have to have like an aux cord.
And you're like, they need music to work. And I was like, say that one more time.
And I was like,
slowly now.
Wait a second.
You're like, shut up.
Because whenever she said engines, I thought pilots.
Yeah.
So I had a whole picture in my head of like the pilots jamming out and like the fact that they're fucking aux cords.
Like,
yeah. And like their aux cord's not working. They're like, well shit, now we gotta like bring an engine up because, you know, this isn't working and we can't fly without the music. Yeah, that was the scenario going on in my head.
Yeah, so she was mentally checked out, like 100%.
Yeah, I'm usually pretty quick on my feet.
Yeah, not that night.
God, no. It literally, this morning is when I kind of started feeling better.
Yeah,
and today is Thursday. I know this goes up Saturday, but we're recording on a Thursday.
Yeah.
Like, that is a long-ass time. Like, I even went to my mom's to see if I was going to feel better, because I had to deal with all my water and everything, my water pipes, and they were in and out of my apartment and stressing me out. Like, I don't like people that, like, are a part of the apartment, if that even makes sense. People I don't know in my apartment.
I get that.
Like, it's very... You know,
I don't
like,
mind friends over, but not strangers.
Right, because I'm like, I have all this nice stuff. Like, you're going to see exactly, like, you're working on my bathroom. You have to go through my closet. You've got to go through the living room and, like,
You have to go through basically the entire apartment to get to the
exactly.
washroom.
So I'm like, I literally can't hide anywhere.
No.
And just, like, be alone. So,
it's
and you're
all
going to
very
see...
open.
Exactly. So I literally, like, they took, like, 2 hours... before I told them, because I didn't want to just leave and then be like, well, where is she? So they like disappeared for 2 hours, which pissed me off because I was like, where are y'all? Like, it's really not that hard to go find a tool. And he came back and I was like, well, I'm gonna go do errands real fast. And I went to my mom's. So I went to my mom's house and I thought it would like cheer me up to like see them and like all that stuff, like family, you know, all that. It usually helps me to, like, see someone I actually know and, like, my friends and, like, get out of the apartment. No, the drive there, I was so out of it. I don't remember driving to my mom's house. I don't remember driving back to my apartment.
Damn.
Like, I was just on autopilot. And talking to my mom, she was like, sweetie, you look so tired. And I was like, I am mentally exhausted. Like, I'm not in a good mental space right now. And, like, I'm stressing out about that. And then the fact I have to, like, deal with California and, like, figure out all that shit. So, on top of that, I was like, oh, to clear my head off of all of this...
Sorry, I'm having trouble.
Shh. That was Siri, sorry.
Jesus Christ. Hello?
She comes on sometimes. So, on top of all of the mental stuff, I thought it was a good idea to research everything for California. Not a good idea.
No, definitely not a good idea.
Not a good idea.
I told you that.
Yeah, so I was trying to, like, immerse myself into, like, more work, and it just wasn't helping.
No.
My prior coping mechanisms just don't work now. I've learned to find out. So, yeah. It was literally until this morning that I was like, I feel refreshed, I feel like I've had enough sleep, like, I feel really good, like, I'm ready for the day, like, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I started researching more about the podcast and, like, all the other things we're going to be doing and, like, trying to get that in order.
I literally, so when I'm at work, I'll get, like, 6 texts from Jax just about the podcast and about the YouTube channel. Just like, sorry to spam you, but blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, this week was just literally dead silence for me.
Yeah, it's true.
I said good morning and that's about it.
Yeah, well, I think we both were, though, because, like, we both had a pretty interesting week last week.
Yeah.
And then, like, I was doing, so Monday was my brother's birthday, and then Sunday was the baby's due date. Baby wasn't here, but baby's here now.
Yay!
Baby was born on the 24th. I'm
Congratulations!
Officially an
Congratulations to you, and to the brothers, and to the mothers.
And to the family.
And to the alien baby.
Yeah. She's so cute, though. Oh, my goodness.
She is so cute. She's like the dog that's really ugly, but it's so cute.
I know.
You know?
I
I'm
know.
sorry. All
It's
babies
okay. All
just
babies
are
are
ugly.
not, they're not, yeah. Right at first, like, she's officially now, like, a day old.
Aww.
Filming this. Because she was born at 9:05 p.m.
Dang.
But,
That is crazy.
so then that happened.
Mm-hmm.
And I also worked 5 days last week, had 1 day off, and now I'm working another 5 days. So I've been exhausted. 1 day off with, like, not really much of a break that day.
Yeah.
So.
Because you've been dealing with a bunch of, like, family stuff, too. And then the other
the
mental
baby
stuff.
Oh my god, the other stuff.
God.
Yeah.
Patreon.
Yeah.
If you wanna
All
hear
I can
more
say
detail,
is,
Patreon.
last podcast we talked about fake friends.
Mm-hmm.
Well, fake friend turned into a toxic friend. Who's been toxic for a while, but turns out I'm the toxic friend, and I'm
wait.
Nancy.
And it gets even better because someone else puts my name in their mouth.
Yeah, she did. She was like, the minute... Okay, so I cut ties with her. I was like, I'm done with this BS. Like, done with it, basically. And I talked to my other best friend. We talked it out. We talked on the phone, you know, whatever. I apologized. I explained it to her.
Normal adult conversations.
Yeah, everything's Gucci between us, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But the other one, I was like, I'm done. Just over it. So, I said what I had to say.
She said what she had to say.
Oh, she didn't just say what she had to say. She literally ripped me a new asshole. Okay.
I really don't think so. I think she just made herself look like a complete dickwad. Oh, and if you're listening to this, you're a dickwad.
She's not. She doesn't listen to the podcast, but her friend probably is, so...
You can tell her that. I don't care. My name is Jax, or Jackie. I'm the one that apparently Anna turned into a selfish biatch.
Yeah, she literally said the minute you became friends with Jax, you've become like a negative person, you become a toxic friend, you're like always negative, and I was like, excuse me? She also told me to grow a backbone.
What are you, a sponge?
No, apparently me expressing my opinion on certain things and having some sort of emotions. No. Apparently me coming out and telling her that I don't want to be friends with her anymore because she's a toxic person doesn't mean I have a backbone.
Oh my goodness.
So,
another podcast, another day.
Yeah, that's going to be like way in the future. I think we'll get like more in depth about it because there's a lot of stuff that needs to be put into that for everyone to really understand the context of it.
I think it took me 30 minutes just to read the message.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was a hefty one. I was like, should I read this? And then I was like, in her message, she said, you probably won't read it. I was like, bitch, bet I will. And so I read it. And then I was like, oh, okay, you said your 2 cents. Cool. Awesome.
Yeah,
Bye.
so
never responded.
In the middle of all of my drama shit that I was dealing with, I also got that message from her. And I saw my name. Yeah, and I fucking blew up.
So my sister read the messages.
I love your sister. Hi, Emma.
Response, literally, she started laughing. She's like, yeah, I can hear Jack say that. And I was like, yeah.
Oh my god. Patreon. If you want to hear all the messages and all the details, Patreon.
Like, I will,
go to our Patreon.
Yeah, I'll read out the message. Like, I'll read out what I said, and then I'll read out what she said.
And then she'll read out what I said.
Patreon. Yeah, we'll have like a full out set Patreon episode just for that. But
Oh my gosh.
It was definitely like, you know what? It was very like relieving. Like a lot of weight lifted off my shoulders after cutting ties with her. Yeah. I don't feel like I lost a friend because
she wasn't a friend.
Not sad. Not sad about it at all. Honestly, quite happy. Things are starting to look up.
Oh, yeah.
So, I have a new baby that I can put all my love into. But yeah. It's only up from here, man. It's only up from here.
It really is.
This is like one of our longest podcasts. It's about like almost an hour and a half.
Yeah, we're doing it. We're not cutting it out an hour anymore. We're just gonna, when we get into a story, we're getting into a story.
Yeah. So hopefully you guys had a bottle of wine or a bottle of whatever with you instead of just a glass. Because you definitely probably went through it already.
Yeah, I know I did.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. But, guys, remember, Patreon, we got little Easter eggs coming up. We also have a new baby in the family.
A little baby thing.
A little baby in the family. And we're posting 3 times a week on Stereo, which is the app by Apple.
Yes.
If you want to come and find us, my username is Jax, JAXX_005. And Anna's is?
Mine is Anna_Muffin25, like all of my social media. So
yes. Also, we have an Instagram and a Twitter.
I saw. I was like, who's following me? I was like, Blue and a 4.0.
Yeah, I finally set it up because, you know, that's how checked out I was. I didn't even want to set up an account.
Honestly, I was the same though. Like, I was like, I need to like sit down and like hunker down on a lot of shit that I need to get done, and I haven't touched any of it yet.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff we needed to get down, and we just didn't.
Yeah. So
if it's a little bit late, I'm so sorry. But we just needed a mental break.
Yes. But we back.
We're back.
We back.
Hello. But yeah, 3 days a week on Stereo.
Podcast Saturdays, reviews Sundays.
Yeah, review Sundays. Sometimes posting on our Duo channel. This YouTube video for our podcast will be posted on both the will we? No, that's what we're doing. That's the other thing we're doing.
The Blowing Up 4.0 YouTube channel is going to be private for now, right? And then we're just going to post on Anna and Jax for the time being until we get a bit more of a following, or like... We haven't figured this out yet. I don't even know if this is going into the podcast, but...
That is the pin we have to put in and talk about in our meetings. But we're also doing little... My cat's at the door. He's hungry. He's hungry. We are also doing a snippet. So every 3 to 5 minutes, not 3 to 5 minutes, but 3 to 5 minutes of this podcast will be going into, like, you know, what am I saying?
Yeah. I'm picking up what you're putting down. No worries.
Into TikTok, into Instagram, into stories, stuff like that. So you'll be seeing it more. Yes. But yeah, we're going full throttle into this podcast, not really doing much of the YouTube besides the actual video content of the podcast.
Yeah. I mean, if we feel like we have something we can film for YouTube, we'll definitely sit down and film.
It's just really hard.
Yeah, because we're not together.
I know.
So I can't slap you in the face and get some sort of freaking
reaction.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like whenever we are together, we'll post more.
Yeah.
And when we start traveling more. But that's the thing is, like, there's so many ideas we've already done, and it's literally just like recycled material at this point, which isn't something we really want to do, so. And we don't even like the material right now.
At this point, no, yeah. So we're just not going to focus on that. We're just going to focus on our podcast because this is our baby.
Yes, we love our baby.
Baby.
So guys, this is our story.
What's yours?
Comment down below. And that's that.
That's that. See you.
Happy Saturday. Bye.
Happy Saturday. Bye. Have a good weekend.
I'm gonna fucking knock over this moon again.